Council meeting. I call the meeting to order. Will the clerk do roll call?
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
Here.
Councilman Clark.
Present.
Councilman Corbett.
Here.
Councilman Gettings.
Here.
Councilwoman Scott. Councilman Soltis.
Here.
And Mayor Harwell.
I'm happy to be here. Could I have a motion to please excuse Councilwoman Scott from tonight's meeting?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Gettings?
I'd like to excuse Councilman Scott.
Thank you. Is there support?
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Corbett?
Support.
Any discussion? All in favor of excusing Councilwoman Scott from tonight, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. We'll begin tonight's meeting with an invocation by Mayor Pro Tem Bliss and the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please rise if you're able?
Dear wise and loving Heavenly Father, we have been given the gift of information, more data than ever before, as well as more ways to connect with our constituents to truly understand their needs. Help us to use that data and the increased accessibility to our citizens to learn what we do not know and to act on that new information to improve the lives of our residents. Help us to enter each and every debate tonight with an open mind, discuss the issues through a lens of thorough dialogue, and help us to find the solutions that are often buried in cooperation and compromise. Help our entire community to work together and encourage each other to excellence as we all focus on making this city even more prosperous with each and every passing day. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions tonight? Okay. Presentations, there are none. So we'll go to item A, business licenses initial. We have two applicants tonight, one from Noodletopia, a restaurant, and the second from Unbeauty Supply, a beauty supply store. What's the wish of council?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark.
I'd make a motion to approve business number one, Noodletopia, a restaurant at 30120 John R. This is a new business to the city. Number two, Unbeauty Supply, a beauty supply store at 31075 John R. This is also a new business to the city, and the subject to all departmental and ordinance requirements.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Gettings?
second.
Thank you. Motion by Councilman Clark, seconded by Councilman Gettings, to approve the business licenses initial A1 and A2, subject to all departmental and ordinance requirements. Is there any discussion? Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. We do not have any temporary seasonal or non-commercial licenses. Item B, public hearings, there are none. Reports on agenda of interest to parties in the audience. That's how I'm going to state it from now on. I'm just going to say those words. All right, next on the agenda, meeting open to the public. If anyone would like to address City Council, please come to the podium now. It's your option, but it'd be helpful if you give your name and address. And please be so kind to limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. Thank you.
Okay. My name's Gloria Moore. I live at 27368 Dartmouth. Friends of the Madison Heights area senior citizens is having another third Tuesday meeting, September the 20th at 7 p.m. And we're going to have snacks and beverages. Everyone is invited. Have a good day.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to address City Council? Please come to the podium now.
Good evening. Jim Capizzo, 863 Vinoy. When I'm in the library and I hook my laptop up to the library's Wi-Fi, it brings up a commercial news site, and that sort of takes over my laptop. I have a hard time getting rid of it, so I would ask that just the library's website come up when you hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Thank you. Have you tested this? I'm not sure. Does it happen every time?
It seems to, and the librarian said when he hooks up to that website at home, he has a hard time, so
We'll
I
look
mean,
into
if
it.
you- I think just suggest a news website to bring up, if you want to bring up a news website, but maybe it's appropriate just not to bring up one.
Mr. Mayor, did I understand you to say that it pops up when you're at home, too?
No, the librarian said he's gone to that website at home, and he had trouble getting rid of it.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We'll look at
You
it.
know, maybe it's just bringing in so much, some of them want to bring in so much information at you that just slows everything down.
Your Honor, may I ask Mr. Capizzo, is it a separate website or a splash screen to log in to
It
the
might be
libraries?
MSNBC or something, I
Okay.
forget.
Your Honor, we'll look into that.
Anything else, Mr. Capizzo? No. Thanks for coming. Meeting's open to the public. Good evening.
Good evening. Name's Wayne Peters, property owner of 30223 Longfellow. First, our family would like to thank you all for your interest and concerns for the issue that we raised last week regarding the property on Longfellow. And I promise our comments will be a lot shorter this week than last. But we do have a question as far as the status of the search warrant for the backyard or the home of the property of 30229. Has anything moved forward with that?
I don't know if this is going to satisfy you, but the gentleman you're talking about is in an active criminal case, an open criminal case right now. So us as the city leaders, we hesitate to talk about the case. And I know that it seems like a stonewall,
No,
but
I understand.
there is a criminal pretrial in October. I believe the date's October 7th. I don't have the time of the hearing. But unfortunately, until the criminal issue is resolved, I'm going to choose to just button my lip. And I know that may be disappointing to you, but that's how I need to approach it.
Because I know another email was sent to you in regards to some questions in regards to the search warrant and you know, how it works. So I respect your response on that. We would like, as a family, though, to set up an appointment to meet with the city manager and the chief of police, and if possible, the assistant city attorney that's been working the case, to take this matter and see whether options are available to us.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
And I know they can speak for themselves, but I'm sure they agree that it's an open door.
All right.
Your Honor, we'd be happy to set up that appointment.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have. So.
If you'd like, give me a call in the morning, and we could start to set something up.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Meeting's open to the public. Would anyone else like to address City Council on any issue, any subject? All right. No one else has risen. I'll close meeting open to the public. Next, item C, communications. There are none tonight. D, reports, none. Item E, none. F, bid awards and purchases, none. Which takes us to item G, ordinances. We have one for consideration tonight, the second reading of the fire code amendments. Mr. Myers?
Yes, Your Honor. On July 25th, Council adopted Ordinance 2114 on the first reading to amend the city's fire code, which includes adoption by reference of the 2015 version of the International Fire Code and several other changes pertaining to roles and responsibilities, false alarms, permitting and licensing requirements, open burning, key box requirements, and fire extinguisher contractor registration. Staff, the City Attorney's Office, and I recommend the Council adopt Ordinance 2114 on the second and final reading.
Thank you. What's the wish of City Council?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Clark?
I'd make a motion to approve Ordinance 2114, Fire Code Amendments on the second and final reading.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Corbett?
support, sir.
Thank you. Motion by Councilman Clark, seconded by Councilman Corbett, to approve Ordinance 2114, Fire Code Amendments on second and final reading. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Please.
Just one thing, I'd like to let the people know where they can go to get a copy of the burning, how far away from the buildings, what should be there in case a fire breaks out. Just, can they pick up the paperwork at the fire station or city hall or?
Good question.
Your Honor?
City Clerk's office.
City clerk's office? Thank you.
And I'll add to that, Your Honor, we'll take that ordinance and put it on our website with a link so they can get it online directly.
Maybe the biannual Parks and Rec guide. I mean, that's already jammed with maybe too much information, but yeah, that's a good idea. We'll promote it.
Thank you.
Any further discussion on this item?
Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Just wanted to mention that during the Pokemon Go event, I ran into a couple of people who, the citizens specifically, wanted to talk about this ordinance amendment, and it was very positive. They wanted to go into more detail on the specifics, and so it'll be great that we're publishing that on social media. I would also like us to have a one-pager, like a slide in our slideshow that goes across our cable channel to be able to, let people know, because it's not completely open. For obvious reasons, we still don't want to leave burning. We want it to be clean wood, but it is now available to people to have that type of burning in a contained environment in their backyard. And so people were very positive about it. They want that information, and so if we can just make sure that we can put it in every single avenue that we can, that would be awesome.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Okay. All right. The motion is to approve ordinance 2114 on second and final reading. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Item H, unfinished business. There is none. So may I please have a motion to adopt the minutes from August 8th, 2016?
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Clark.
I'd make a motion that the regular city council meeting minutes be adopted as printed for August 8th, 2016.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Gettings. Motion by Councilman Clark, seconded by Councilman Getting, to adopt the minutes as printed from the regular council meeting of 8/8/16. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Let's see. Next on the agenda are appointments to boards and commissions. Are there any nominations from council? I'll throw one out. There's a mayor's appointment to the Crime Commission, and the applicant is Peggy Margaret Marentet, to renew her term, a 3-year term, to expire September 2019. Would someone on council please accept that nomination?
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Corbett?
So I move that the council confirm the mayor's nomination of Margaret Marentet for a term which will be expiring September 12th, 2019.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Soltis?
I'd happy to second.
Thank you. Motion by Councilman Corbett, seconded by Councilman Soltis, to confirm the mayor's appointment of Peggy Marentet to the Crime Commission, to a term to expire September 2019. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. There was an applicant to the Planning Commission, which is also a mayor's appointment. So I'd ask the council confirm the mayor's nomination of Bruce Conn, C-O-N-N, to a 3-year term on Planning Commission, which will expire, it's a vacant term, so the vacant term will expire August 2019. Mr. Bruce Conn.
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Corbett?
I move to confirm the mayor's nomination of Mr. Bruce Conn to the Planning Commission for a vacant term currently scheduled to expire August the 10th, 2019.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Gettings.
Second.
Thank you, sir. Motion by Councilman Corbett, seconded by Councilman Gettings, to confirm the mayor's appointment of Bruce Conn to the vacant term on the Planning Commission expiring August 2019. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Any other nominations? I don't have any more. Okay. Next on the agenda is executive session. There's nothing scheduled tonight. So before I adjourn the meeting, I'd ask if there are any closing comments from council. And I'd like to begin with Councilman Corbett.
Just one item this evening. I wanted to just compliment everybody involved with the town hall a week ago, last, what was it, Thursday, over at Wilkinson. I thought it was a great program. I think we always would like more of the public, but we had some, and more importantly, I think there was value in having all the stakeholders in one room at the same time. So I think that certainly was quite valuable. It's an open and it's an inclusive process. I know, like some others, I'm going to be looking to contribute to the plan as it develops. I've had some thoughts in the past. I'll have, again, as we go along, more input in the process. I think that candidly, any renewal of the plan without an alteration or an addition to the current boundaries doesn't make a great deal of sense. I think we've got a great deal of energy in the current district, but I think it needs to be expanded in order to grow the resources and opportunities for future development for the community. But all that is a bit further down the road, but I think it was a great effort. Compliments to the mayor and the mayor pro tem. I believe they were the motivators of this, and I think it was a good idea. It was a great turnout, and it was a good energy and a positive vibe, which I contribute a lot to the DDA and staff and how they approached it. And so I think it was all very positive. I believe there's a video of it. Did I understand that correctly? Which will be circulating online, or well, online maybe, but on cable too. I certainly would encourage anybody to take a look at it and get the feel of what happened that evening. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Very well. Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
Yes, Your Honor. So our annual goals setting session is coming up soon, and for the public, this is a new old way, I guess a rejuvenated old program that we started up again last year, where us members of council throw out short-term and long-term goals and things that we'd like to see accomplished. I've been vetting mine out for a little while now, but one that I want to push out to the public and to my peers on council is the acquisition of land. I think as a body, we need to start looking at and paying attention to potential land acquisition, most notably for parks. That could work into the framework of the DDA discussion. We heard a lot at that town hall about, picking up some parkland in that strip of DDA, so anchor our downtown with a park of some sort, whether it, is water features. You could put a smart park with Wi-Fi and charging stations. There's a lot that you could do, but I think we don't have to spend any money right now, and I just simply want to see the plan as when something becomes available, how it gets presented to council, how quickly, because there isn't very much land in our city. There just isn't. There isn't a lot of undeveloped land. There isn't a lot of land that could be developed. And so as they become available, I want to make sure that we have a council policy in place that details the process to which that would be brought forward to us so we can make determinations as to whether or not to move forward and what types of concepts we could do. But this is still early in the process. I'd love to get the general public's idea, where should we be looking, what is some land that you can think of, frankly, should we not, acquire land? But I want to start this discussion. I want to start it with my colleagues, and staff has already been, entrenched in this discussion for the last couple of weeks. I let the city manager's office know that this was a goal of mine, but I wanted to make sure that it gets brought to the public. So if there are any ideas, if you think that it should be, I think we heard a couple of really interesting concepts at the DDA town hall with parkland intermixed with businesses, so to be able to anchor a space with a park and then sell off portions to businesses that would complement the parkland around it. That's a really interesting concept, and it's one that I'd like to vet a little bit deeper, but I don't think we can vet it unless we talk about it publicly. So to be transparent and to be as open as possible, anybody, my email is on the city website. You can give me a call. I'd love to hear your input and ideas on to how we can grow the city, because the one thing that we have, and the biggest advantage that we have over any city around us, is the amount of quality parkland, whether it's our city parks or the Oakland County parks that we have. This is a great place to raise a family. I should know, because my dad was raised here, I was raised here, and I'm raising my 3 children here. And so it's a great place to raise a family, but can we amplify that? Can we tie in the thing that is amazing about our city, our parks, with this type of development? Could we anchor development with parkland? And I think it's a really cool concept, and I'd like to talk about it more. That's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilman Gettings?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to thank Linda Williams, the city staff, and the DDA and Wilkinson, the Madison Board, for hosting the meeting. I thought it was well attended, and I thought there was some good ideas that came out of it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. City Attorney, Mr. Sherman?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.
City Manager Ben Myers?
Nothing, Your Honor.
City Clerk Cheryl Prince?
Nothing this evening.
Councilman Clark?
Nothing?
Councilman Soltis?
Well, that was fast. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Just quickly, next council session, we're going to vote on whether to, for the city to provide a security fence for the police officers in the back of their building on the north side. It's not only to protect individuals, i.e. students, that cross into the wide open parking lot, as well as protect police equipment, vehicles of personal property, etc. And to me, help mitigate as much as possible the serious threats to the well-being of the police, where they all assemble at least 3 times a day at shift change. So just take a look at all the fences that are out in the city that we take for granted, that we just drive by and not even really notice, such as the golf course right down the street. The soccer field's got one. Unlimited businesses throughout the city have them. There's a couple that even have barbed wire. That's not what the police are asking for, though. They're just asking for a nice 4-foot fence. I think like the one like the golf course. Furthermore, this council received from the chief of police, which the chief will give a report, official report, on September 12th, discussing this issue. But he did send out where every single police officer that we have in the city of Madison Heights signed a document in support of this fence. Where, if you ask me, they're the ones that know best what they critically need. I just want to read real quick what they wrote. It's been brought to our attention that the city is considering fencing in the rear parking lot of the police department. Due to the recent spike in violence against police officers and anti-police sentiment throughout the country, the men and women of this department are in favor of installing such a fence and strongly support it. Attached is a list of all the personnel who support it. So every single one signed this document. So I think it just goes to the testament of what they think that they need, and I agree with them. So if you feel the same way, please show up September 12th, and you can vocalize your opinion as well. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Today, the Senior Center hosted a Dream Cruise party, and I was invited to attend their lunch, and I had a really great time. So I want to thank our Senior Center for for coming up with a lot of great community events. Also want to thank our DDA for hosting the town hall last week, and also thank our hosts, the Madison Public Schools, and all the other stakeholders, including business owners, homeowners, and families. And I do want to thank City Council. It was a goal of City Council to review the DDA and the TIF plan, so that this is an idea of the City Council to reach out to the community. And that's all. I just want to say I'm grateful to be here, and I promise I'll smile more. But thank you. Is there any further business before this City Council? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.